Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ndeipi MuDiaspora. I'm Mutsa.
I'm Sneaky Way.
I'm Spiwe.
And today we're going to be talking about a really exciting topic. We're talking entrepreneurship. So the question of the day is, what is your definition of entrepreneurship? When I think of it, I think of people leaving their maybe traditional roles to pursue something that they've been dreaming of and going out there and, getting their hustle on, getting their dreams on.
Yes, and entrepreneurship can be as simple as a woman selling tomatoes at a market. It doesn't have to be. It's the most simplest thing,
Yes.
You just do it, you dream, and you just make it happen.
That's right.
Basically.
Yeah.
When you leave that 9 to 5 and put everything behind you and you pursue those dreams that you've always been scared to pursue, that's what entrepreneurship is.
Yeah, that's great. And when I think about it also, I think about the fact that we come from Zimbabwe. And the economic situation in Zimbabwe is not the best. Everyone out there, is basically hustling, trying to make ends meet. So, that comes to mind when I think of entrepreneurship.
Actually, with me, it's the whole of Africa,
Yeah.
It's like we're born natural entrepreneurs. They come up with the simplest task. It could be just even farming at home, growing potatoes, growing vegetables, taking them to the market, raising chickens, selling the chickens and the eggs. That's entrepreneurship, and a lot of women are doing it all over Africa.
Yes.
So here in the U.S., if you guys did not know, African American women are the #1 entrepreneurs. It's showing that we are out here chasing our dreams and making things happen.
That's awesome.
It is.
Well, when you guys think about if you weren't doing this, what would you be doing? If you had the opportunity to have a business venture of your own or something, what would you guys be doing?
I think I want to be on the food channel. I want a cooking show.
Oh,
that's what I want.
That's good.
Yes. Dream big.
Great.
I would probably just go out and venture and do finance consulting and fashion consulting.
Very nice.
So that's
very nice. I think I would probably want to open my own practice, work with women and children and keep writing books and sell millions of books. Something along those lines. Well, while we're working on pursuing our dreams, we've got some guests that are doing amazing things in the business world today. Starting off, we've got Obia Ewah of Obeah Naturals. We have Patrick Obinabo of Kalahari Inc. And we have Martin and TC of Local City Awards. Okay, so coming up after this break, we will have Obia of Obeah Naturals. So stay tuned. Welcome, Obia. We are so excited to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we appreciate you taking the time to come on and talk to us about Obeah Naturals.
Definitely. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. So are we.
Quite the honor. Thank you, guys.
So are we.
So you have a very unique story. I mean, I watched the video and
I think a lot of people
it's very unique, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Inspiring.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes. Okay, so my name is Obia Ewah. So I was actually born in Nigeria, even though I don't have my Nigerian accent anymore.
Okay.
Came here when I was 5. So make a long story short, I only had one objective in life, which was to be a doctor. So I did biology and chemistry in undergrad, so I have a better, medical school entrance exam. And then I got my master's degree in public health, so I want to have MD and PH, do sickle cell research. No plan B or C.
Okay.
Went straight into medical school, and in my 3rd year of medical school, everything changed because I was actually diagnosed with thyroid cancer. People see the scar, but no one ever asks, what happened. And so it's funny that I'm telling my story years later, because when I started the products, I didn't want it to be about, a sob story. I wanted it to be that the products worked. And now they're like in Walmart shelves and Sally and Target and all these stores. I figured it was actually important to share the real reason why. And so my third year of medical school, you know, I had a lump in my throat, and it just came out of nowhere because I had no family history of this. And so what happened was that, you know, there's a story at the same time that showed that there's a link between relaxers and fibroids. And a lot of African women, African American women, had all these infertility and reproductive issues. And at first I thought that fibroids were linked to, like, you know, sexual or, you know, things like that of that nature. But then why are like 6-year-olds, 8-year-olds having fibroids? And so they did a study and they found out that the younger age you have a relaxer, the higher incidence you can have of having fibroids. And I'm like, wow, so if it can cause fibroids, what else can it cause that people are not testing? And then there's all these other ingredients like phthalates in your fragrances that are hormone disruptors. All these endocrine disruptors really mess up, like, you know, your hormone levels and all kinds of things. And some of them are cancer-causing toxins that are banned in the European Union. But USA has no laws against it. So that's the reason why I'm like, I'm in the US, there's no law. I can be putting whatever on my skin and getting sick. Let me make something for myself, not knowing I would share it with the world. And that's how Obeah Naturals started.
Very inspiring story. Very.
That is an inspiring story. So, when you first saw your products in the stores, how did you feel?
Of course I cried.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
This is not even like, and I, you know, took my pictures and did all of this. But of course, the first time I'm like, is that real? Because it's my name and it's my grandmother's name and then like her grandmother's name. And to see that, you know, when you first start things, you think that, okay, I have to assimilate and, you know, make it an American thing so people recognize. But I'm like, no, I'm proudly African. If they could figure out how to say Hakeem Olajuwon, they could figure out.
They'll figure it out.
And so it's funny how things work because I kept it authentically African, all the Africans recognize, hey, that must be for us, it must be by our people. And so a lot of African women will support just based on the name alone. And so it's also how the company has grown, is by becoming, just being yourself.
I'm about to go home and throw away all my other products. Me too. Because it's all about Obeah Naturals from now on. I mean, they are vegan, eco-friendly, all of that, right?
And so there's actually a reason behind the ingredients. Because when I got sick, I'm like, I'm not going to put junk on my hair. Because like I said, you know, you heard of car recalls, food recalls, but you never heard of hair care products being taken off the shelf. Because there's no regulation in the US. So you really don't know what you're putting in. And so the reason why they're vegan is because I enjoy chicken here and there, but my skin is really sensitive. So a lot of women that have sensitive skin, you don't want to put any animal products like beeswax or honey, which is really common in a lot of hair care products, beeswax and honey, but actually causes you to go like this. And a lot of women would be like patting their scalps and itching and going through like their braids, but they don't realize that it's actually because they're allergic to the products that they're using. And so when you keep scratching and itching and going like this, it leads to inflammation, which leads to hair loss. So now a lot of us are like, you know, bald headed underneath our wigs and our weaves, to the point where we can't even take off the wigs and the weaves because we don't have any hair underneath, because we've been going like this all day. And so that's why they're vegan. So no animal products to cause irritation. And then the reason why, of course, natural ingredients, no toxins, and then the pH balance for the hair and the skin.
You know what, speaking of baldness, I turned 40 and I lost my hairline.
I can't even tell.
I know, right?
Look like you.
I lost my hairline. I still do wear wigs, but I don't want to wear them. You know, I want to try your products because it's hard not to wear it, because you don't want to go out and people see, you know, that hairline that's missing. So I'm going to try your products.
That's exactly what it is. So I don't always say you have to be natural, no chemicals, but the key is to have healthy hair. So you wear braids and wigs and weaves as a choice, not as a necessity. So you can take it off and still feel confident, but then you can put it on and still feel confident. But then your hair underneath is healthy. That's the key.
That's awesome. That's very empowering. What else do your products offer? What would you say that your products offer women?
So other than just being a healthy alternative, they also offer manageability. You know, I have a simple system of, you know, deep conditioner, regular conditioners, stylers, moisturizers. It basically works across all ranges of hair textures, because the key is the ingredients. And I formulated them to where if you have really kinky hair, you can find something in the line that works. If you have curly hair, you can find something in the line that works. And then also we have skincare products that we just recently released as well too, because if you notice, most skincare products are full of petroleum, mineral oil, all these harmful things for your skin that are not as healthy. So I have a healthy alternative. And then another thing that's coming out is we have men coming soon as well too, because I have like my brothers and the men in my life are like, well, what about us? We want a vegan alternative, healthy to grow our beards into making them luscious and healthy and full and thick. And then what about our hair too? We don't have, you know, texturizers and relaxers nowadays. So the men's coming soon, and then also I'm working on a few other things for the scalp and everything everything like that.
Awesome.
Wow, you are doing a lot.
Well, where can people find your products?
So currently, okay, we're in Walmart shelves, we're in Target, we're in Sally, Amazon, Bed Bath & Beyond, CVS stores, Harmon stores, and of course on our website. And then there's also beauty supply stores around the country as well.
That list doesn't end.
Okay, that is shouldn't end.
That is really impressive. We absolutely love what you're doing. You're like a woman that we look up to, woman in diaspora. We're Zimbabwean women. Here you are, a Nigerian woman doing amazing things. So that's inspiring for us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
So what do you attribute your success to?
Okay, two things. Number one, God, and not to get spiritual, but like none of this would be possible and even happen. And I feel like when all those things happened to me, it wasn't like a closed door. It was actually a redirection, you know? And so sometimes you literally let go and let God, like he he guided me, said, don't you have chemistry knowledge? Did you not do all these things I was preparing you for something bigger than what you ever imagined? And when I literally just let go, and I'm like, okay, because the hardest thing was actually like, pausing medical school to pursue this. Everyone thought I was crazy. And it's actually my parents, as Nigerian woman, African woman, you're in medical school, you're gonna pause to do business. Are you crazy? You're gonna be the first person in your whole family to be a doctor, you're gonna pause to do business. Are you crazy?
Are you mugged?
you have long hair, you're gonna cut it all off to go natural? You lost your mind? Wow. So that was the hardest thing, is to not be like everyone else, to literally be extraordinary, to do something different. And I think that was only God, and even only prayers if I've even gotten this far, because so many times the business could have fallen for this reason or that reason, but we're still here. So I guess that's the number one reason.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming. Of course. We're so excited to have you here.
Beyond.
Thank you for having me.
And sitting next to you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to switch my products for my daughter.
I have something for all of you guys.
And
I look forward to an update, a future report in a month.
Absolutely.
A 6-month update for your hair and your skin, and let me know how it's been working for you.
So you're going to send the skincare products too?
Everything. Okay. And then I'm here to guide you guys as well too. So
thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on our show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Okay, we'll be coming up shortly is Patrick Obinabo of Kalahari Inc. Well, welcome, Patrick.
Thank you.
Good to have you on our show.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for bringing all this amazing food.
We're excited to get to talking.
Wow. I love food. I am all food. So I'm just happy. I can't wait to taste.
She really is.
I can't wait to feed people.
Wow, I like that.
Well, when we heard Kalahari Inc., when we think of Kalahari, we think of the Kalahari Desert.
Of course,
so we think of, more Southern Africa, but we know you're West African, right?
Yes.
So how did you come up with the name?
Well, it was either that or I would have to name my company Musu Tunya.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. And what does that mean?
That is the Victoria Falls. But it's very hard to pronounce.
Right.
So I decided on Kalahari.
Kalahari.
Yes.
Great.
So.
We would have accepted Victoria Falls.
Definitely.
We would
Absolutely.
have. But that's awesome.
That is. So can you tell us, when did your company start?
Well, I started while I was still at JCPenney's. I started doing the catering part-time. And I took some time off from work and did the State Fair of Texas for 2 years. To kind of test out the idea to see what people think about it. And we got real good reception, and we served over 10,000 people during the state fair, but it was a lot of work. So
I can imagine.
So my work was done after 2 years. So I decided after that to just stick with the catering part. And it just kind of morphed from catering. I had a restaurant for a while, and then I decided to go to back to the basics, to where I can affect all kinds of cuisine, which is going back to flavors, seasonings. That's where we are now. We're doing mostly seasonings and spices. Yeah.
Awesome.
That is.
Yes.
So, of course, I like to read up about people coming on the show.
Yeah.
And after you sent us your biography, I noticed that you cooked at the Super Bowl 45.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How was that?
That is amazing.
That was great. But I didn't get a chance to watch the Super Bowl, of course.
Okay.
You know, because we were busy.
Right.
We did the VIP section.
Okay.
And this is where they had top chefs from around the area to come, and it's all paid for. So all the VIPs that come in, and they, you know, taste whatever they like. So what we noticed is that they were going to where the flavor is. They can smell it. And then people were, you know, letting everybody know, you got to go there, you got to go there. So throughout the serving, I never looked up because we were that busy.
Okay.
The line snaked all over the place, you know. So after that, I knew we had something going. Yeah.
Wow.
I also saw that you cooked for Disney, or you supplied something to Disney.
Yeah. We used to do, for 3 years in a row, we did a function at the Epcot Center, and it all ended after 9/11. You know, they decided they didn't want to bring in people from all over the place because they were kind of still scared about the whole debacle. So we supplied them the chin-chins. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's kind of like cookies. It's like African cookies.
Yes, I've seen those chin-chin. Yes, I've
Yeah,
tasted
we
those.
supplied them that, and then we also did meat pies for them.
Okay.
But after, of course, after 9/11, they cut all that off. So yeah.
So how did you, because I know you've got, I know you have all these degrees, I'm not going to name them. How did you switch like to the cooking part?
Well, the degree, that wasn't my calling.
Statistics wasn't your
No,
calling.
it wasn't my
It's not my
calling.
calling either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though, you know, you do things to please your parents and then
Yes.
let them know that you could do whatever you put your mind into. So I did that, and then I worked for JCPenney's for about 14 years as a risk analyst for the Visa MasterCard program.
Okay.
And after the 14-year stint, it just wasn't me anymore. I wasn't like excited to get up early in the morning and go to work. So I knew it was time for me to change. So the question I asked myself is, what would I do if I won the lottery today? That I, you know, knowing that I have all the money in the world that I ever need. And the answer was to catering and doing food. So that was why I chose food. Besides, I've been cooking, you know, and sampling stuff at JCPenney's that they loved it. So that was kind of fun, you know, leeway to, you know, what I do now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can all agree that you chose well because
The food looks really
this
good.
smells amazing and it looks
Thank you.
amazing. Can you tell us a bit about the products that you have on the table right here?
We have selected like 6 seasonings. We have our Makosa seasoning. Of course, you guys have heard of Makosa. It's that music deal. And then we have Herb Master, and we have Exotic. Exotic seasoning is kind of like more like season all. You could use it in just about anything.
Okay.
And it's even better with fish and seafood. And all our seasonings, they don't have a lot of salt. You know,
that's
it's
good.
like
That's
about
good.
That's good.
30% less salt. We're not in the business of selling salt. We're in the business of flavor. That's why they call us the Flavor King. So we have Herb Master, we have Sassy seasoning. That's kind of like spicy.
Okay.
And then we have the Festive, which is jollof rice seasoning. And that's the seasoning I use for the rice.
Okay. Is that jollof rice?
Jollof rice, that's the jollof rice.
My mouth is watering.
Yes. Yeah.
How many spices do you have in total?
A lot.
A lot. Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have just about anything that any restaurant would need to satisfy their customers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have more than 50.
So you cater to everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now we do mostly food service.
Okay.
So we sell like in 5-pound bags, and they buy it by the pallets, and then that's what they use in cooking behind the scenes. So you don't know that it's our seasonings.
Okay.
But when you go out to like Market Street, the chicken, the tender baked chicken, is our seasoning.
Oh.
Yeah, and then they use some other seasons for various different things there. Okay. And also we have seasonings at the Renaissance, Hilton, and Marriott's. They use our barbecue seasoning.
They do?
Yes.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they use a lot of it too.
So you are
love barbecue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where can people find out more about your products? Where can people purchase your products?
Right now, they cannot purchase it off the shelf.
Okay.
Yeah. What you could do is go to Market Street and buy the prepared food. Okay. And if they so choose, they can go to my Facebook, which is Kalahari Foods. They can look it up, and if they message me, we can ship it directly to them. But we're in the process of getting a website where people can order directly.
We'd like to thank you, Patrick, for coming on the show. Your food is amazing, and we cannot wait to try it. You are doing amazing things. Your spices are all throughout Dallas. Again, thank you for coming on the show and bringing your stuff.
Oh, you're
and until next time, stay tuned for TC and Martin. Welcome back. We have TC and Martin with Local City Awards joining us.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Welcome. We are happy to have you here, and so you guys can tell us more about your business.
Yeah. Right.
And TC, don't you know Musa?
Yeah.
I certainly do.
Okay, well, Musa, TC,
I
let us know.
TC. We went to school together, high school together. Yeah. Go Peter House.
Also the wizard.
That's right. Yeah, so it's good to see you here, doing a lot of positive things in the community, both of you guys. It's awesome.
Right. Definitely, we're inspired by, the show, and definitely want to be out here and be a part of it.
Great. So do tell us, guys. Tell us about Local City Awards. What is it? What are your plans for it? Tell us about it.
So basically, it's a platform that honors all the local businesses in the community. Those companies or businesses that people can easily overlook. It could be landscape people, it could be photographers, it could be chefs that people may not know about. Okay. Those are the ones that we're targeting and want to give them that red carpet feel and honor them for all the hard work that they've been providing to the community.
Wow, that's great. That's really awesome.
That's amazing. So who came up with this idea, or how did this idea come about?
Back in 2011, 2012, I remember I was watching the Grammys and the Emmys, and I was like, why don't we have something for the local people? Because when you look at the Emmys and the Grammys, they target an international audience. There's no one who's going to say who's the best in Frisco or who's the best in Dallas or Irving. So I remember sitting there and looked up all the sites out there that honor these people, and there were a few of them. So I decided to register Local City Awards, remember February 12, 2014. But I didn't have the capacity or the roadmap to launching it. So that's why it took almost 4 years to launch. But now here we are, ready to go.
That's great.
Oh, that is awesome. So in 5 years, where do you see this growing, or how do you see it growing?
This has so much great potential. I mean, you've got the ability to have the people vote for the businesses, the local community businesses that are out there, the entrepreneurs that are developing new ideas and new businesses. So us being the #1 platform that allows them to vote for them and honor people back. It's a way of giving back, saying, hey, I'm voting for you for your business. I believe in your product and your service. I want to vote you in. So being that platform, that media firm, ability to draw the audience in and vote for businesses to set this tone. Also letting potential sponsors, reputable sponsors, to be able to also give back to the community and say, you know what, they are young entrepreneurs, if not you know, for the small to medium-sized businesses that are doing well in our economy, in our environment, but are not getting recognition. So having sponsors also come in with their accolades.
Great.
Wow.
Also, to be a good platform where people can rank different businesses, because when you look at other platforms, people can vote or people can give reviews, ratings, and etc. But then with local city awards, we're saying, let's see who's the best in a certain place, the top 10, top 5, depending on a certain geographical location.
Right.
So it's going to be a digital marketing platform, at the same time a brand ranking platform that different people can use.
Okay. How do you guys think that local city awards will influence the local community?
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is kind of setting the precedence for some type of industry standard.
Okay.
You already have big corporations that are winning these awards, but what about the little guy?
Right.
So you've got your small to medium-sized companies who are providing the same type of service in your local community. Why do I have to reach out to a big conglomerate just to get that service?
Right.
So we've got lots of people who are migrating from Atlanta, from California, who just want to know, hey, where can I get my carpet cleaned? Where can I get a mover to help me move? We've got businesses like Shipping Network that have been nominated as a local business that's shipping things, whether it's your apartment moving or you've gone to Nebraska and you need someone the same day delivery shipping.
Okay.
Shipping Network is doing that already for you. So just being able to have a platform that just allows awareness for businesses, it almost becomes like a directory, if you will.
That's really good.
And also
amazing.
To create competition, because if you know that there's a competitor out there, you're gonna try to do better than that competitor. And the good thing also, it will set a benchmark, a standard benchmark within a certain industry and a certain community. So basically, we're trying to prompt different service providers to compete against each other and just produce the best services.
Yeah, a little healthy competition is
Never
necessary,
hurts.
right? Yeah.
It's quality, right?
It does. It actually does. So TC, I'm going to get a little personal.
Oh boy.
Because I had to read your bio, and I think your story. When I read this, your story, I could relate.
All right.
And I think a lot of people can relate. Those who move, to here from Africa. Like I read that you were in school when you initially came here, and then you had to drop out.
Right.
And then you were living house to house, and then you got a job, I guess, and then you got back into school, and now you're doing this with your partner.
That's right.
That's amazing drive. That is amazing drive right there. That is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want to tell us a little spiel?
I mean, diving into it, everybody has a story, and I think in the back of my head, I'm like, we let the world and the hip hop industry define success. And I believe that everybody has a success story.
Right.
So don't let anyone take that away from you. You could be someone who came from the rural areas of Zim, and you came out here and became a college educator. And you've got another guy who comes in, he's a financial entrepreneur, business champion. And so what makes their stories different? Maybe one is wealthier than the other, but they're both successful.
Right.
So going through what I went through has led me to want to motivate other young people who are coming in from the diaspora and saying, hey, listen, I went through these struggles. I had no one to advise me accordingly, and I want to be your advisor. I want to be your champion to say, you know what, there is a way out. There is an opportunity waiting for you if you know this type of information. So that has become my passion, to be a champion for the young adults, mentoring them to think of how to adapt with the current employment scale, where you're saying, look, you want to pursue this career, maybe it's not working out for you. Why don't you get training or get education on certain things, believe in yourself, have the tenacity to want to achieve something, which is what draw me closer to local city awards and working with Martin with this project.
And Martin, I also read a little bit about you because I like to know what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm a reader now. Okay. So you were born in Mutare?
Correct.
Okay. I love Inyanga. Just so you know, we used to go there a lot, and I love the apples. They're so delicious.
Yes, we did.
So can you tell us, how did you get to the U.S.?
Yes. All right. So I had family here. They all would come after high school, and so there's like a trend that, okay, when you graduate high school, you're gonna go to America. Some went to South Africa, but the majority of us came here. So I knew that after high school I wanted to come here, and that's how I ended up coming here.
Okay.
Wow.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, glad to have you here. We're all here.
Both of your stories are really inspiring. Yeah. What you guys are doing with Local City Awards is really important and inspiring for local businesses. So we commend you guys for doing that.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, and I'm sure as people watch, they're going to be interested in getting in touch with you. So where can we find out more about Local City Awards? And if people want to get in touch with you, how can they do that? So
you can send us an email on info@localcityawards.com, or you can also go to our website, localcityawards.com. We have all the information there. Plus, we plan to have a scholarship fund. So if you guys know anybody who needs help, we're giving the community an opportunity to select the person who needs this scholarship. So we'll list the people, tell their stories, and then you guys vote so we can pick the person who needs the most help from us.
Look at that.
That is amazing.
Giving back.
Yes, that is really good. You guys are super impressive.
We definitely encourage people to go and nominate for their businesses. It's one thing to nominate a business, but the business owner needs to also encourage their clients to also vote for them, because that's how you win that award. So don't just feel comfortable being nominated. Go out there, get your people to vote for you. That's how this is going to work. And we want to have your name written on the wall as an entrepreneur, as a business providing something for that community.
Okay.
So. And when are these awards going to be?
First week of December.
Okay. First week of December.
Yes, y'all have them.
Yeah, put on your tuxes. You guys are really looking good.
Wait, when does voting start and when does voting end?
So voting starts on July 1st.
Okay.
You can nominate someone right now, and businesses can accept nominations. So the key, once you nominate a service provider, they have to accept the nomination.
Okay.
I think back when we were in high school, when you're choosing a class monitor, the person had to accept the nomination, right? So once you nominate someone, and if you're a service provider and you've been nominated, you have to accept the nomination, then you'll be part of the race. Then the voting starts.
And you mentioned, I think you said the business will be able to see their nominations as well.
Correct.
So that's a motivator right there.
Yeah, that is. That will push you.
Yeah. Again, they're different categories, so don't feel limited. It's not just for restaurants only. You could be a motivational speaker. We've got Alan Parr Ministries, who's a motivational speaker and life coach. So we encourage that. We've got other talk show hosts that, like yourself,
competition.
We want you nominated.
Who? Tell us. No, I'm kidding.
And we also have a luxury bundles company on Midway. They accepted their nomination.
And I think today, Mint Dentistry got nominated.
Oh, I always hear Mint Dentistry on the radio.
It's pretty awesome. If they don't get their people to vote, they're not going to win. So putting it out there.
And Chef Guan's.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is also whether you're into the consulting industry, tax offices, you got Infinite, Tax Financial. They're pretty much a leading community tax office. So vote for them. Vote for her. She's a young, savvy business entrepreneur.
Awesome. Good to know.
Well, you guys heard it. Make sure you go to localcityawards.com, put your nominations in. Vote.
Yes, voting is important.
Yes, and we thank you guys so much for taking the time to come and talk to us about Local City Awards. We're really impressed with the things that you guys are doing. So this is really awesome. We appreciate all of our guests, including Obeah Naturals, Mr. Patrick of Kalahari Inc., and of course Martin and TC of Local City Awards. So stay tuned for one more segment that we have coming up.
Thank you.
We are excited to announce that the Maiden's Way charity single is complete to provide young children in Zimbabwe with school shoes and also sanitary aid for young girls. Yes, finally, Zimbabwe is the biggest collaborative project ever with over 40 amazing artists all around the world coming together to create this charity single. And we need your help.
Ngakhula ngifisa ukuba ngumongikazi ngoba ngizabe ngenza isigaba sakithi.
Because I am.
You are.
We are Maiden's Way.
Okay guys, to close off this episode, we want to talk about something really powerful and inspiring. The Maiden's Way crew has put together a charity song and project featuring over 40 Zimbabwean artists and creatives from around the world, okay? So the purpose of this is to people to listen to the charity song and donate school shoes to young school children in Zimbabwe and sanitary aid to young girls in Zimbabwe. Isn't that amazing?
Totally amazing. Do you guys understand? 2 people can't get it together.
And
40,
okay.
40, that's a lot. That's a good lot of people is what I can say. We have to support this.
Yes.
Sanitary pads are very dear to my heart because I think every girl deserves to have a pad. You know, that's just the way it is. They deserve that. And they start, you know, young when they're, you know, in their teens. So this is a great way and this is a great cause and we have to support it. Way to go, Maiden's Way.
Yes.
Yes, we are supporting you. You guys are doing an amazing job. These are young people. It's the youth because they know we need them to show the younger people that this is what you need to do. We are the future. Help and support these little kids with the pads, with the shoes, because you need shoes to walk to school. So please support, watch the video, donate, and you guys keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Yes, so shout out to Maiden's Way,
yes, Maiden's Way,
and Pavilion Trust. And thank you guys for watching this episode of Ndeipi MuDiaspora.